Okay, everybody. Wow, what an intense semifinals match. Holy cow. That was great. Wow. I mean, that was just oof. And now we've reached the finals. We're at that stage now.
That's absolutely insane. That last match, I was just so pumped up. It was such a good match. Excellent match for both teams. But we've reached the finals, and it's Blah versus Akio.
It's Boom. Blah is
it's
just
Boom.
the player.
Boom. Excuse me. Sorry. Blah.
Boom.
Blah. Boom. Frog.
See, the difference is that Blah can be invisible and Boom cannot. But
fair enough.
I think
Boom
you know
goes the dynamite, and I think we should get straight into those picks.
We should see in the picks, yeah. So, we are looking at a Skoldir Lone Star Coco fighting a Scree Clunk Scoop.
Scree?
Scree.
Not a Scree. That's not a Scree, buddy.
That's not a Scree. That's a Vinny.
It's a Scoop, Vinny, and a Clunk.
That's a Vinny. The replays tell lies, my friends.
The replays tell lies. So we're gonna go 6 seconds in.
6 seconds in.
6 seconds.
I definitely agree on that. So without further ado, I think we should just go ahead and count down and say 3, 2, 1, go.
So things to look out for on this map. I mean, this is the first time we've seen Genji all day, isn't it?
Oh, I think it is, but I think also that it is gonna be what would be Clunk's worst enemy.
This is also the first time that we've seen Clunk all day.
Yeah, and then we're just gonna see him get hard countered. I think that's kind of sad.
Hard countered? Are you out of your mind? If that Vinny gets silence, goes in with a silence cloud and has that Clunk run in, there is going to be nothing that they can do to combat that silence plus Clunk explode.
Well, Cocoon, you seem to underestimate Cocoon. Cocoon can be thrown before the silence cloud applies.
I guess we'll see. But you know, one thing that we really need to look out for is we've seen Chun. We've seen what he can do.
Oh yeah, but then again, we've also seen what Blah can do, and I think, I mean, this really comes down to who gets the initiate. I think really who gets it.
We have the we have that Clunk Scoop comp, which can be absolutely devastating with that Vinny to follow up. Then on the other hand, we have the Coco Genji and the Skoldir. All of that displacement can mess them up.
Oh yes, you are absolutely right. You know what? I'm not quite sure who has the upper hand here.
I don't think anybody has the upper hand. I think they're matched fairly even, and this draft system that we have in place is really showing the variety that we have in here. You know, unfortunately, this is going to be a huge latency issue in this match because it's around the globe.
Yes,
it's
we are looking at
versus Brazil and South America.
So viewers, do not be alarmed. There will be shenanigans.
You may see some crazy things going on, like balls not hitting Skoldir throws from across the map happening, but that's unfortunately one thing.
Because they are actually happening across everything.
Exactly, they're happening across the world. So you do have to take into account some of the latency issues on this map, but you know, at this point we're doing the whole footsie and all things. That Genji can set up an absolutely terrifying engage if someone gets cocooned. If that Clunk goes for the explode and misses it, and you see them all going for the invis at that point, I'm not exactly entirely sure. Clunk seems to have been made out with the invis, but Team Boom is going to
get snare bite. He's gonna be like the deadliest thing ever with that invis.
He's going to be deadly until he comes out of the invis and Genji coons him.
Yeah, you are actually right. 1, 2, 3, no.
And there we see it right there. Does he even? I don't.
He does not. He does not even have the cocoon.
Have cocoon. Why?
He opted for damage over time for some reason.
Why?
I'm actually confused a bit. Like that. Oh, look at the throw.
And the throw coming out. Fouls is going to take a lot of damage here, but the Vinny sees it. I don't know what the Vinny can do in a situation like that. Just shoot the bubbles. He's going to blow bubbles at him.
Yeah. That does sound actually like the best option when you're like just looking at a giant walking towards you and then you just blow bubbles at him. I don't think there's any better, way to do it. Okay, so apart from the bit weird pick of getting DOT rather than Cocoon, I think that everyone's builds look somewhat similar to what I would have suggested. We have base abilities here and there. We have a Piggy Boots on Clunk, and Otherwise, I think we're gonna have to wait a bit until we actually make any predictions on what is going to happen, because right now the builds are very secretive. They're not telling us anything yet.
Yeah, you definitely see that the farm cloud coming out on Vinny. So that's going to be something to definitely keep an eye out for. One potentially deadly thing that I can see Blah doing right now is landing the throw. But one potentially deadly thing that I can see is Blah getting flaming fists.
Oh yes,
that
is gonna...
will be absolutely terrifying. You see him going for it right there, just landing the punches, setting up the punches. Punk's going to go back. Let's see what Punk's going to buy. He's going to get some reactor. He's going to get some explode. He notices that the Genji doesn't have any of the cocoons yet. So he's going to say, you know what? All right, no cocoon. I'm going to make you pay for it. You better get it quick. And Chun's
no cocoon equals go boom boom.
No cocoon equals boom. Except
yes.
Boom is playing Genji. So,
yeah, well,
I really wish that would have worked out.
No, you know what? Team Boom goes boom. I think that's fine. I think that's absolutely fine.
Fair enough, fair enough. And there goes the stun punch on Skoldir.
We're 5 minutes in and we have not really seen anything except for a turret push up top. So both teams knowing what they're in for. Oh, wow.
And there goes the throw, but he's just going to dash right out. Val's going in for the explode. Lands the explode bite. He's going to hunt him down, but doesn't have the movement speed to do so, nor the damage output to do so. And there we see the cocoon coming out on Genji as well as Blessing.
Alright, so that's going to counteract both of Clunk's... well, they're both actually countering Clunk in the sense that you're reducing the damage and you're actually countering, like, just cancelling it. So, that was a smart move of Genji. Quickly picks up on Clunk's tricks, and he's like, wait, no. I'm getting this sense that he almost wanted him to buy Explode and then make it useless by getting the cocoon.
Maybe, but we see the shock gloves coming out on Coco at this point. One thing that I would really like to see this Clunk do to counter the Genji at this point would be to pick up Snare Bite and then go straight into Juggernaut.
Attack?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah. Maybe even get the whole salvo pack.
Yeah, salvo.
Do you think you should go for missiles or the burst missile or the DPS missile?
He should definitely be going for salvo at this point. He definitely needs to be going for the double missiles, I would say. And I would get homing missiles at this point. If he decided to go into that route. Homing missiles, double missiles, and salvo.
Are we at a point of adjusting for various latency issues?
That, as well as adjusting for the end game.
I guess
the only reason I say homing is for the latency issues at this point. But
that is something these players can do. They can adjust, and that's adapt to the situation.
See the hammer coming. I'm Blah getting thrown again from the bottom creep zone.
Yeah, I think this match is going to be interesting beyond end. We're at 7 minutes and 20 seconds in, and nothing has really happened in terms of kills yet. Very
You take a look
cautious.
At the current solar right now. Vinny looks like he's saving up. He's got about 325. He's banked 325, so I want to see what he's going to go into.
I'm going to bet Goldfish.
I would hope it would be Silence Cloud.
I think the quick burst is what they're going for. It kind of shows in the Clunk build as well. The max explode, even though Genji has Cocoon.
That is true. He's also got the Monarch, so the damage is going to be reduced in it.
Well, we're going to find out right now. He's going back, and we are going to see a Goldfish upgrade.
Oh, you were correct. Boots and Goldfish. He's ready.
He's ready to rock the fishes. That's great. Scoop getting range on Hammer, nothing unusual there. Great upgrade. Basically is a buff on every aspect of the Hammer. And really, really synergizes well with Clunk.
That being said, what do you expect to see out of this Scoop being thrown into this mix here with this Vinny? Or I should say, what do you expect to see the Vinny do in this mix?
Well, Vinny is going to be sort of... It's basically making sure that either he can dash in and potentially dash in front of Clunk, making sure that no exploders can.
You see the drop explode coming down, hitting Coco, pushing her down, and oh, he's gonna get thrown. Zoo may be in some trouble here. It looks like Zoo is gonna get a little bit greedy, but Chun gets the pickup on Blah. They saw that he was getting greedy, and they knew that they needed to pull something out. We see Heel Punch coming out on Skoldir now, and Chun gonna clear bottom.
That was a pretty good exchange there. Actually, the first real combat we've seen.
It was, you know, we saw the throw coming out from Team Boom, and Team Akio knew that Zoo was going to go down. Zoo got the damage out, and Team Akio followed up to pick up the Skoldir for the exchange.
Lovely. Anyway, back to Vinny. I think Vinny is going to be basically the Joker, making sure that even though Clunk gets cancelled, he can do damage, and maybe even trying to get to tank that cocoon in order to get more damage in.
Oh, looks like Clunk may be in some trouble right now, getting thrown into the fray, and he actually didn't explode? What? He didn't explode? Did you catch that?
Well, he did. He did die. He made a huge mistake.
No, but he didn't do damage to anybody.
Well, I think we're gonna have to blame that on latency.
That was very interesting. Wow, and it looks like the bottom turret is going to be getting pounded by Skoldir. Skoldir may be in some trouble right now. Vinny goes for the chase, but
cooldown.
And there we go. We saw that snare bite coming out. Both of us said that that would be the best upgrade to get at this point.
All right, we're also seeing. Yeah, the hammer is going for spammability. That's for sure with the cooldown. They want the snares and they want them all the time. Just look at that hammer just flying across the map.
And taking a lot of damage from that explode. Fowls may be in some trouble here. He's going to try and just stay in that midsection. That's a lot of damage coming out. And the cocoon is going to finish off Fowls. And now let's see what
that is a nice coco ball.
Chun's going to get forced back.
I think that's a push for Team Boom right now. All right. So we're seeing the majority of the push coming from Team Boom, and just straight into Akio's turrets. It's just insane. I think they have a better comp for zoning in and get the pushes, but DPS wise, I definitely think that Akio can do more damage to turrets. Alright, so Vinny is picking up more dive damage, so predictions, getting that full-on burst combo for the entire team. I think that's what's going on here. And then the CC is going to be left for Scoop to handle. Actually, that is actually snare. Why do you think Clunk got snare bite when we already have the cooldown hammer on Scoop?
Well, it's definitely going to be beneficial for them, I should say. I mean,
well, yeah.
You just got to think about the snare. You can have them snared for such a long period of time.
But would it not be overkill? I mean, that's where I'm at. I think
overkill. Hey, you know.
Well, yes, I know. Overkill. There is no such thing. This is not after all. Other than that, I think we're looking at pretty much just footsie notes up and down. The turret pressure is real on top, and the jungle fights are just, you know, in, out, take damage, go away, heal up, come back.
Yeah, and that is going to be the turret down.
Is it really?
No. Chun looks like he's in trouble. Oh, this is going to be
that might just be the Chun down instead.
That's a Chun down, actually. Excuse me.
I
was a little bit behind on my screen. I had to get the time correct.
Oh, well. But we are here now, and I can assure you that everything and anything is happening. We're looking at a 4-to-1 kill difference here in favor of Team Boom, so they're definitely coming off to a great start here as we begin to enter the mid-game. So far, what do you think has been the most valuable asset that Boom has?
It's definitely going to be Paolo at this point. I mean, actually, no, excuse me. It's definitely Blob. The Scoldier's gotten so many good throws off that have secured, I would say, half of their kills at this point in the match. That throw from the midsection into Clunk. He threw Clunk into the jumper, which definitely secured the kill. That was one where he tried to explode, but it didn't go off, apparently. And there was another throw kill on top earlier on that we saw that definitely secured the kill. But I think Blaz...
can I just like interrupt and say that Blaz in this right now?
Ooh. He's getting ready for it. He knows. Here's the thing. He sees both of them. He sees Fouls down there. Fouls needs to do something.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like, with the Snare Bite and the Quicksplode, he actually can wait it out. Especially with the Quicksplode. There's a chance that even though Scollier gets the throw off, it will explode right before it actually leaves his hitbox. So
exactly, and combine that with some latency issues in this match, that explode's gonna hit.
Oh yeah, I think that's what they're aiming for. Is that extra damage coming out of the scoop? That is definitely extra damage coming out.
That is extra damage.
Brutally whipped cream. And I think Chun himself is looking...
coming out again on Chun right there. The Snare Bait, not doing really much, though. This bottom turret, you know, we've said the turret diving, if you have a majority of your team there, and it's only one person defending that turret, you can take that turret.
It is dangerous, though, with both a Vinny and a Clunk, top it up with a scoop. You're not going to get out alive, I think.
And the explode hitting Paolo's getting really low. But the Genji... The Genji Cocoon for the save, but that allows them just enough time for their droids to take the bottom turret, and the turret count is now 2-0 in favor of Team Boom.
Alright, so they definitely got the pressure up. We're seeing lots of damage coming out of Scoldier's fists now. Oh man, I'm looking forward to this. As well as cooldown ball on Coco.
3 stages of salted meat.
Alright, well, footsie notes again here. Oh, the Silence Cloud is gonna come here. We're gonna see the end of footsie notes right here. That's gonna give them the opportunity to go in whenever they please, as long as Cloud is off cooldown. Sorry. It's like
that's exactly what we said earlier. You know, that Silence Cloud's gonna set some things up for him.
That's like it's such a good upgrade, if not the best upgrade on Vinny in his entire kit, and I just recommend everyone to get it in serious matches.
Or even at any point.
Well, yeah. I mean, solo queue, but don't talk about the thing. We're having great finals matches here, and you do not dare talk about solo queue.
Talk about what? We're not talking about solo queue.
Oh no, this is the exciting finals of the first qualifier of Alienware Awesome Cup 2.
Between
that's where we're at.
Boom and Akio.
All right. You know, that's where I want to be.
Approaching the 17-minute mark, somewhere around the end of the mid-game section, I would say. Once that 20 mark hits, we will be entering the late game, the end game.
Oh yes, always fun to see Clunk when he gets AA. I think that's like, then it becomes sort of a dance for the enemy team to try to avoid all the missiles.
Exactly.
Like,
oh, and Paolo may be in a bad situation right now.
Falls. Oh, he
Falls is going to go down, but manages to get the explode off. Vinny coming up with the... and he gets the back. Paolo's
the Cocoon is going to save him, actually.
Sue is going to get picked up by the Coco. Now, the Scoop is alone. Huey sees it. Huey can absolutely out-DPS the Scoop if he manages to escape, which he does.
Oh wow, that was great. The Cocoon, I don't know if you catch that, but Cocoon just landed where it was supposed to. It was great. I mean, the lifesteal plus the cancel that it provides absolutely saved his life. Oh, that snare is gonna hurt. That was just great Genji play right there.
And the ball just knocking back. He goes in for it, manages to get the explode. Fouls is now gonna have to retreat and grab some health.
Oh yes. We are actually looking at 300 in his pockets right now. Do you think he's saving up for the salvo pack?
I hope that he is. I really do hope that he is. I think they need that more than anything at this point. Get the constant damage as opposed to just the explode damage and the bite.
Oh yeah, you're so right. Oh, and excuse me. We're seeing snare coming out of Scoldier, so even more just constrainment. That's just gonna be another thing that's gonna add to if you get thrown, you are going to be dead.
And it looks like the throw is going to hit, and Fowls is in deep trouble right now. He's in a 1v3. Fowls is going to wind up going down. Before he gets the explode off, though, Genji lands the cocoon just to make sure.
just to make
sure.
That is beautiful. Wow. And that's going to set Clunk back a bit with the Solar and give the team Boom the boom advantage of pushing. It's great. Oh wow. so we're seeing Spoonman on Scoop, which is going to provide, I think it is 20% in total damage increase when he is near his friendly allies.
And that's on every single attack.
That's just not just the AA, not just his hammer, it's everything.
And he lands a blow. Zoo is going to be a big trouble, but he pops the Silence Cloud, gets out. Nice. Fowls is going to get a nice dash, and Zoo and Fowls might wind up picking up Paolo. Fowls is going to be in some deep trouble right now if he can't help out Blah. Blah gets the throw off, though. Huey's kind of chasing him down. Fowls sees it. He gets the snare bite, and an excellent play lured him in. And that is going to be a 2-for-none kill in favor.
Right. This might just be the comeback they've been waiting for. No one has built AA yet. Also, we're seeing Clunk opting for more sustain and more damage on Bite. Makes sense, but again, I would rather see the Salvo pack.
Yeah, definitely. The Salvo pack would be really good right now. If he had Salvo, that front turret would be down.
Right, and retreating after a successful push, doing quite the damage to the turret. Vinny sitting on just short of 500 solar, so it's going to be interesting to see what he can dish out for us here. Oh, we're looking at range and size. This is going to be interesting.
He's getting ready for the end game.
Oh yes, he is. Right, we're approaching the magic.
We have actually reached the 21-minute mark.
Well, I think that's the late game. The end game is when the double kill decides it.
That's true. This is true.
And I think we're gonna get to that stage at the 25 mark. We've actually not seen a lot of combat in this match. Kills are very scarce, only at 11 total match-wise for 21 minutes. So no one has really been on a streak. It's been very, very controlled. It's been very, very relaxed plays, if I can say. It's very safe playing.
It's back and forth. It's been back and forth.
It's been back and forth.
Although the kill count is 7-4 in favor of Boom. You know, we've seen excellent plays coming out of Akio.
Definitely. I mean, just predicting that Scoldier is going to come down here, just quietly standing there, waiting for it to happen. The ball is going to happen. Oh!
And that is going to be a lot of damage coming out. Fowls needs to get out of there. Zoo is very weak. Zoo is going to drop the Silence Cloud, but it is not going to be enough to sustain him for his regen.
Look at the HP of everyone on Boom, and they just go back and heal up. They're back in the action. Took no less than 3 seconds, and they're ready to push.
Great engagements.
Look at the bottom. Look at the bottom lane. The push
that bottom turret is getting pushed right now. It is getting hurt, and
nice cancel
there we go with
that
the
is going to be
and this might be a dead. No, it's not.
He actually managed to pick up the HP. Chun is not so lucky, and he gets taken out by the combined efforts of Paulo and Blah. Oh wow, this is just. Alright, so we're seeing another sustain upgrade for Clunk, getting the regen bite.
I think that last engagement kind of pushed him in that direction as opposed to going for the Salvo pack. You know, regen bite it's great.
It is.
So it is absolutely great.
If you can land 2 bites within the duration, they actually stack, as far as I'm concerned. It's really good.
I mean, it seems that Boom has kind of pushed them back to those last 2 turrets and are containing them in that area. I haven't seen Akio be able to get out of that area between those two turrets.
I mean, the map control is definitely real, that's for sure. The Genji is just making sure that no one goes out of position, and Genji can actually sort of create a little sphere around himself where you will be out of position solely because of his cocoon.
So how do you think, or what do you think I should say, Akio can do to kind of combat that?
Well, they obviously have the Silence Cloud, which is going to make their own little zone go away, we don't want you here. But I think just poking and making sure that Genji cannot be in a confident position, that he is low on HP and that he will eventually die if he stays forward too much. I think that's gonna make them that's gonna allow them to actually take the map back and sort of push up.
Yeah, no, I definitely think that they need to utilize the Silence Cloud a little bit better. Uh-oh. Here we see it. There it goes. He drops the Silence Cloud. It was a nice save.
That was a really nice save, indeed. Alright. Vinny looking at 400 solar. So we're gonna...
Coco's at 400 as well.
Oh, that's scary. A Coco that already has Chuck's board and the damage on ball. If you add 400 worth of upgrades to that, that's gonna be dangerous. I'm kind of... Oh yes.
There we go with the Silence Cloud coming in. Fal's trying to get that snare bite off. He sees Skoldir. He knows Skoldir is invisible. He's looking for Skoldir, but he's also scared of Skoldir. Yes,
because they have heard the rumors. They know what happens when Blah is in this.
They've heard the rumors.
Mm-hmm. Hey, yo, don't joke around about that. You might be in this.
Oh, maybe. Oh. But I'm really hoping for him to pick up Salvo at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Just at some point. He needs to get Salvo. They gotta push themselves back.
Yeah,
all he has is Explode and Sustain.
There's actually no AA upgrades on the entire... Wait, there is Codfather on Vinny. And except for that and the Spoonman on Scoop, they don't really have anything but base damage.
The turret is just getting pounded, though. You see that top turret? It's got 3 bars left. We take a look at the bottom turret. It's got 4 bars left. So they're slowly pushing Team Akio back into their core.
Yes, and I mean, it's. I think we're at the end game now. If a double kill happens, that's going to be the end.
In any, I would say. Not in any direction at this point, but we see Fowls going in there for the snare bite. He actually manages to get picked up, and Blah is going to be in a little bit of trouble. He's on his own. Paulo surely comes in there, though, and saves him.
Don't you worry. They got each other's backs. That's for sure.
And it looks like Scoop is going to get thrown.
That's going to happen.
That's going to be a kill, and Paulo's getting really low.
Whoa. Look at them, but will they get out? Oh!
Ooh, he almost gets a throw into the turret.
He did that for the speed up. I guarantee you that was for the speed up. And the turret goes down to the droids. That's great.
It is going to be 3 turrets. And he may be getting thrown here. He does get thrown. He's going to get the snare. Zoo is going to be going down. Fowls lands the explode on Blah, but now it is a 2v1. Blah v Fowls. Blah and Hui v Fowls. Fowls going to be in a really bad situation right here.
And he
Fowls
goes down.
That is going to be a 2-for-none situation. And I think that Team Boom can kind of push into their core now and do some damage.
They definitely should, and they know that they should. They are rushing in there. Look at that. And unlike Team Akio, they actually have AA damage. They are
he gets
prepared.
The throw off, but doesn't manage to land the stun. And Hui's going to go straight for the turret, but notices it. Chun is trying to come back from both sides. Chun is in a really bad situation
One
right
ball
now.
and he's down, and there it goes. Turret
there goes
and
Chun. And Blah needs to really focus on surviving at this point. If he can survive, I'm pretty sure they can take that. That is a super droid. That is a sickening amount of droids. That is those are fists. Those are Coco balls. Those are Genji cocoons. That's a lot of damage.
That one... Oh, look at it. The silence cloud actually is keeping them
2.5
busy.
bars. I don't know if it's going to be enough, though. They can run in at any point and end this, and it looks like that's exactly what they're going to do.
And the chop, and that's...
And that is going to be a victory in favor of Boom.
All right, but not everything is lost, because this is a best of 3, and we will We will get to that in a little while, but for now, wow.
Wow,
That was
a good match. That was very good. You know, we saw a lot of stuff coming out. The Genji counter to the Clunk, the silence counter to everything. But unfortunately, nothing could be done by the overwhelming presence of Boom. Boom.
Yeah, they had the map
so
control.
far into it.
I just want to like that was why they won this. They had complete lockdown on the map. They had near like exclusive rights to the Invis. It was just
they signed a contract for the entirety of game 1. It's their Invis.
Yeah, we own this. It's our intellectual property. We own this Invis, and we can use it when we want, and you guys don't get it.
One thing that I really wanted to see was that Clunk pick up Salvo. They could have done quite a few things with that as opposed to going sustain. You know, Clunk, you can run him one of two ways. You can run him explode sustain, or you can run him AA sustain. And in that match, I think that AA sustain would have been a little bit better considering what they were facing. You know, he's going to get Goon at some point. You know that.
Oh well. Let's see what they can do in the next match, but first up, I think we should take a little break.
We are going to take a little break. So we'll be right back with Game 2 of the finals of Qualifier 1.